Once upon a time, there was a demon who was very clever. He studied and worked very hard. Soon he knew all that there was to know. Soon he knew everything what he was wanted to know. However, that was not enough for him. He wanted to be the most powerful being in the world. So he went into a forest. He prayed so hard for a long time that the God of power was moved. The God of power was moved by his prayers. The God appeared before him and said, "I am pleased with you. What do you want?" The demon opened his eyes and fell at the God's feet. "Not much, my lord. I just want to be the most powerful person in the world." The demon wanted to be the most powerful person in the world. How do you want to be powerful? The God wanted to know. Do you want to be the strongest? Do you want to be the wisest? The young demon had thought it all out. The young demon thought it all out. He wanted to be strong and powerful. He also wanted to live forever and control everyone. So he said, "Lord, please grant me a wish. Whenever I place my hand on someone's head, that person should at once be reduced to ashes." He wanted the gift that whenever he places his hands on someone, they should become into ashes. The God was worried about giving somebody such a nasty and powerful weapon. The God was worried to give him such a nasty and powerful weapon. However, since he had given the demon his word, he had to grant the wish. So the young demon became known as Bhasmashvara, the demon of ashes. Bhasmashvara went mad with his power. He first went around the forest, touching animals on the head and reducing them to ashes. Then he began to touch every living being on the head, turning them to ashes. After that, he ran around the world, shouting, "Let me see who can defeat me." He ran mad round the world, shouting, "Who can defeat me?" The people of the world got very frightened. They didn't know how to control this demon. So they hid in their houses and prayed that something would happen to stop him. So they lived in their houses and started to pray that something would happen to stop him. Now Bhasmashvara enjoyed one thing. very much. He loved to dance. One day, when he was walking through the town, he suddenly heard the tingling of anklets. Bhasmasura turned towards the sound and stood still. He heard a sound of anklets and he stood still. Anklets means also what we use on our legs. Sound stood still. He saw a young woman dancing most gracefully. The dancer too saw him, and instead of running away in terror, she asked him, "Can you dance like me?" "Of course I can," said Bhasmasura. Then do what I do." Then the young woman said, "Then do what I do," said the dancer. The dancer said, "Do what I do." That was enough for Bhasmasura. He started dancing as gracefully as the young woman. He started dancing gracefully as the young woman. Same as the young woman danced, he also danced. The dancer whirled around and bent down, and so did he. As the dancer, how she went around and bent down, all the same steps he also done. She touched her feet and stretched up. She stretched her feet and straightened up. Okay, she straightened up. He did the same. She did all kinds of actions and Bhasmasura copied. She did all kinds of actions and Bhasmasura also copied each one of them. Then she put her hand on her head and whirled around. Bhasmasura did the same. Twirled around. She put her hand and twirled around. Bhasmasura did the same. What do you think happened next? In a second, Bhasmasura was reduced to a pile of ashes. People rushed out to celebrate. They wanted to thank the young dancer. They looked around for her, but they couldn't find her anywhere. So they looked around for the young dancer, but the people were not able to find her anywhere. Who has written this? Polly Sengupta. Polly Sengupta. The author of this lesson is Polly Sengupta. Okay, children, you can learn it, read it well, and I'll send you the exercises also.